I'm 84 years old, my name is Henry, and I need to tell you something that might save you decades of pain. When I was 60, my body started sending me signals, clear signals, loud signals, signals I chose to ignore. Now I'm 84. I can barely walk. I'm in constant pain. And every single day, I think about what my life would be like if I just listened. The first warning, I turned 60 in 2001. I was working as an accountant, had been for 35 years, desk job, 9 to 5, sometimes longer during tax season. I'd always been relatively healthy, never exercised much, but I wasn't sick. I ate okay, nothing special. Then one morning in March, I woke up and my back hurt, really hurt. Sharp pain in my lower back that shot down my left leg. I figured I'd slept wrong, waited a few days for it to go away. It didn't. I went to the doctor. He examined me, ran some tests. You have degenerative disc disease, he said. Your spine is wearing out. It's common at your age. He told me I needed to start exercising. Swimming would be good, walking, stretching, core strengthening, physical therapy. He said if I didn't start taking care of my body now, it would only get worse, much worse. I nodded. I thanked him. I left his office with a referral to a physical therapist, and I never went. I told myself I was too busy. Tax season was coming. I'd deal with it later. After work slowed down, after I had more time, the pain stayed. Not terrible, but always there. A constant ache. I took ibuprofen. I bought a better office chair. I convinced myself that was enough. It wasn't. The second warning, 6 months later, my knees started hurting. Both of them, especially going up and down stairs. I went back to the doctor. Osteoarthritis, he said. Your joints are wearing out. You need to lose some weight. You need to strengthen the muscles around your knees. You need to move. Same speech. Same advice. I was 61 by then. I'd gained weight over the years. Not obese, but overweight. About 40 pounds heavier than I should have been. The doctor said losing even 15 or 20 pounds would make a huge difference for my knees, for my back, for everything. He gave me information about nutrition, exercise programs, support groups. I took the papers. I threw them in a drawer at home. I told myself I'd start after the holidays, after my daughter's wedding, after things settled down. Things never settled down. The third warning, at 62, I started having trouble breathing. Not all the time, but sometimes walking up a flight of stairs would leave me winded. I'd have to stop and catch my breath. I went to the doctor again. He ran tests, checked my heart, checked my lungs. Your heart is okay for now, he said, but you're pre-diabetic. Your cholesterol is high. Your blood pressure is elevated. You're heading toward serious problems. He was more stern, this time almost angry. Henry, he said, your body is trying to tell you something. You're 62 years old. You're at a crossroads. If you make changes now, you can have a healthy next 20 years. If you don't, you're going to spend those years sick, in pain, and dependent on others. I remember sitting in his office, feeling defensive, feeling like he was lecturing me, feeling like he was exaggerating. I was only 62. I felt fine, mostly. Sure, I had some aches and pains, but everyone does at this age, right? He prescribed medication for my blood pressure, for my cholesterol, gave me another referral for a dietitian, for a gym membership. I filled the prescriptions. I took the pills. I never called the dietitian. never joined the gym. What I was really thinking, here's the truth about why I didn't listen. I didn't think it was urgent. It's a second loss. I'd heard these warnings before. Exercise more, eat better, lose weight. Everyone says that. It's generic advice. I didn't think my situation was serious. I thought I had time. I was only 60, 61, 62. That's not old. I had decades ahead of me. I'd deal with it eventually. I didn't want to change. My life was comfortable. I had my routines, my habits. The idea of completely changing how I ate, how I spent my free time, it felt overwhelming. It felt like too much work. I didn't think it would actually get that bad. Sure, my back hurt sometimes, my knees ached, but I could still function. I could still work. I could still live my life. I thought this was just aging, normal aging. I was wrong about all of it. What happened next? From 62 to 65, things got gradually worse. My back pain became constant. Every morning I'd wake up stiff. It would take me 20 minutes just to get out of bed and stand up straight. My knees got worse. Stairs became difficult, then painful, then nearly impossible. I gained more weight. By 65, I was 50 pounds overweight. Moving became harder, which meant I moved less, which meant I gained more weight. At 65, I retired. I thought retirement would help. Less stress, more time to relax, more time to take care of myself. But I didn't take care of myself. I just sat more, watched more TV, moved even less. At 67, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. My pre-diabetes had progressed. Now I was on insulin, testing my blood sugar multiple times a day. At 69, I had my first heart attack. Not a massive one, but enough to put me in the hospital for a week, enough to scare me. The doctors said I was lucky. It was a warning. I needed to make serious changes or the next one would kill me. I tried. For about 3 months, I tried. I ate better. I walked a little. I lost a few pounds. Then I stopped. Old habits came back. The weight came back. At 72, I had a stroke, a mild one. It affected my right side, my arm, my leg. I spent 2 months in rehabilitation learning to walk again. I recovered mostly, but I was never the same. My right leg was weaker, my balance was off. At 75, my diabetes got worse. Complications started. Neuropathy in my feet, numbness, tingling, pain. At 78, I fell. My weak leg gave out. I fell down a flight of stairs in my own house, broke my hip, surgery, more rehabilitation. I never fully recovered from that fall. Now I'm 84. I use a walker to get around, sometimes a wheelchair. I'm on 12 different medications. I can't walk more than 50 feet without needing to rest. I'm in constant pain, and every single day I think about that doctor's appointment when I was 62. The math I wish I'd done. Here's what I didn't understand when I was 60. Your 60s are not just another decade. They're the last decade where you can actually change the trajectory of your aging. If you take care of your body in your 60s, you can have active, healthy 70s and early 80s. If you don't, everything falls apart. I thought I was too young to worry about it at 60. I thought I had time. But your body doesn't wait. The damage accumulates. The habits get harder to break. The weight gets harder to lose. The pain gets harder to manage. By the time I decided to take it seriously, in my late 60s, after the diabetes diagnosis, it was already too late. The damage was done. I could slow the decline, but I couldn't reverse it. What your body is telling you, if you're in your 50s or 60s right now, your body is talking to you. Maybe your back hurts sometimes. Maybe your knees ache. Maybe you get winded going upstairs. Maybe you've gained weight. Maybe your doctor mentioned your blood pressure or your cholesterol or your blood sugar. Listen, those aren't just random aches and pains. They're not just normal aging, they're warnings. Your body is telling you something needs to change. Now, not later, now. I ignored those warnings for years. I told myself I'd deal with it later. I told myself it wasn't that serious. I told myself I was fine. And now I'm 84, barely able to walk, in constant pain, dependent on others for basic tasks. This didn't have to happen. If I'd listened at 60, if I'd actually gone to physical therapy, lost the weight, started exercising, changed my diet, my 70s and 80s would look completely different. I'd be walking, maybe hiking, maybe traveling, maybe playing with my great-grandchildren. Instead, I'm stuck in a wheelchair. What you need to do, if you're 60 years old or anywhere close to it, here's what you need to understand. This is your last chance, your last real chance to change course before everything becomes exponentially harder. Go to the doctor, get a full checkup, find out what's actually going on with your body. If they tell you to lose weight, lose the weight. Not next year. Now it's not about looking good, it's about being able to walk when you're 80. If they tell you to exercise, exercise. Join a gym, hire a trainer, start walking, start swimming, do something, anything. Your future mobility depends on it. If they tell you to change your diet, change it. Cut the sugar, cut the processed food, eat real food. Your future health depends on it. If they recommend physical therapy, go, actually go. Do the exercises, build strength while you still can. If you have pain, don't ignore it. Don't just take pills and hope it goes away. Figure out what's causing it and fix it. I know it's hard. I know it's uncomfortable. I know it requires changing habits you've had for decades. But it's so much harder to live in a broken body for the rest of your life. The things I can't do anymore. I can't walk my dog. I had to give him away 3 years ago because I couldn't take care of him. I can't visit my grandchildren. They live in a 2-story house. I can't manage the stairs. I can't travel. I can barely make it to the bathroom in my own apartment. I can't cook real meals. I don't have the stamina to stand at the stove. I can't go to the grocery store. I can't carry bags. I can't walk the aisles. I can't do any of the things I thought I'd do in retirement. All those plans I had, all those places I wanted to see, all those experiences I was waiting to have, gone. Because I didn't listen to my body when it tried to warn me. What 84 actually feels like, every morning I wake up in pain. My back, my knees, my feet, everything hurts. It takes me an hour to get out of bed, use the bathroom and get dressed. Simple tasks that used to take 5 minutes. I need help with almost everything. Cooking, cleaning, shopping. My daughter comes by 3 times a week. She's wonderful, but I hate being a burden. I spend most of my days sitting in a chair, watching television, looking out the window, waiting. This is not what I imagined for my 80s. I thought I'd be one of those active seniors, walking every day, maybe golfing, maybe volunteering, enjoying life. Instead, I'm trapped in a body that barely works. And the worst part, it didn't have to be this way. My warning to you, if you're in your 60s or even your 50s and you're reading this, please listen. Your body is trying to tell you something. Don't ignore it like I did. That back pain, it's going to get worse if you don't address it now. That extra weight, it's going to destroy your joints and your health if you don't lose it now. That shortness of breath, it's a warning sign that needs attention now. Whatever signals your body is sending, pay attention. Take them seriously. Act on them, because in 20 years you're going to be 80. The question is, are you going to be 80 and active or 80 and broken? I'm 84. I'm broken. I can barely walk. I'm in constant pain. I've lost my independence, and it's my own fault because I didn't listen when my body tried to warn me. Don't make my mistake. Listen to your body, take care of it while you still can, because once it's broken, you can't fix it. I'm Henry. I'm 84 years old, and I wish I'd listened